So welcome sir in the channel. He is my mentor.
Now government says that wherever you are, from there itself, there is the possibility of exporting the goods. And one very interesting initiative that have been taken, it's called Dark Niriyat Kendras. Post office is doing so many activities. They have improved so much. And unfortunate part is people are not aware of.
How people can select the product?
That is also very easy.
Buzzwords in the market, you know what? Sustainability, eco-friendliness, environment friendliness. After COVID, I think दुनिया ने बहुत सारी मतलब अभी तो इसी चीज़ों के ऊपर दुनिया चल रही है और ये सारी चीज़ें इंटरनेशनल के पास नहीं होगी, ऐसे हो ही नहीं सकता. सो यूरोपियन कंट्रीज, डेवलप्ड मार्केट्स, यूएसए हो, यूके, कनाडा, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो, दे आर ऑलरेडी मूविंग टूवर्ड्स दिस सस्टेनेबिलिटी एंड द इको फ्रेंडलीनेस. और उसके ऊपर अगर हम बात करें तो एज ए बिजनेसमैन और एज ए रनिंग अ बिजनेस विद द स्मॉल और द बिग, so what need to be taken care in our strategies that we can like match to the market's demands and the supply, and so we can grow in the market. So let's discuss in today's video about the sustainability and the business strategy, how you can build it. So let's welcome our renowned guest and speaker, actually the experience and the like biggest person in this sector, international business way. Yes, Mr. Sudhakar Basure. So welcome sir in the channel. And yes, to our viewers, actually those who are existing in the business, those who are really want to start the business, this topic is actually very most important that everyone should like give the attention to that. So please about your views and the experiences and the solutions on that.
Sushma, basically this starts with the increase in temperature from pre-industrial level to post-industrial level. The temperature rise is such a huge phenomenon. Climate change particularly. You have floods, you have wildfires, you have hailstorms, you have cyclones. And if you just look at 1 year, 2023, supposed to be the hottest year.
Right.
And the damages are so serious. You look at what has happened in Italy, you look at what has happened in Greece, you look at what has happened in USA. And if you calculate the cost, particularly the cost to the society, it is in billions of dollars. So one thing everybody understands, whether by choice or by default, that we need to control the temperature.
Yes.
Now if you want to do this, you want to reduce the fossil fuels, you have to move towards renewable energy. You have to change the way your manufacturing activity takes place. And immediate concern for the business is that Europe is likely to introduce carbon taxation. This will be effective for India from 1st January 2026. Though the tax is imposed on importer, ultimately importer is going to recover it from you.
Right.
Or you will have to offset it. So there would be new development of carbon credits, markets for carbon credits. One issue. There is another issue, worrying issue, from where the finance will come. If developed countries are not prepared to contribute and the requirement is very, very huge, it is not in billions, it is in trillions. If you want to move towards sustainability. One hand. On the other hand, if you look at, do you have an option? If you ask me, we don't have option. And the total time period available, not only for businesses, but in general, those who care for the environment, is, in my opinion, it is about 6 years. By 2030, we have to control the temperature. The rise should not be more than 1.5 degrees. And let me tell you, yesterday's report said we have already achieved 1.3. Now you think of what you are going to look forward for your children. So the question is 2024 to 2030, 6 years are critically important. And unfortunate part is, though the framework is ready, the blueprint is ready, the seriousness is still not understood in the sense it should have been understood. And that is something we need to understand. So there are requirements related to ESG. Government has already communicated this. SEBI has communicated that top 1,000 companies have to report their ESG standards and maintenance of ESG standards, environmental, social and governance. So, and then how are we going to face the carbon taxation that is going to come? And will it come only in one country? No. Europe has already done. My latest information says UK is going on the same lines. Sooner or later, USA will go on the same line, Australia will go on the same line, Japan will go on the same line, Korea will go on the same line. So both ways, every exporter who has to consider this is one aspect. Second aspect, if your product you want to be accepted, then eco labels are critically important. I was studying on this, that there are 37 countries which have which has a system in place where product can be tagged, product can be said this is an eco label. So your product continues to be eco-friendly product. And in Germany, the awareness related to eco labels is for 92% of the people. And another report said that 43% want to buy only eco-friendly products.
So market is changing.
Market is changing. And it's bound to change. Everywhere this is going to happen. So first it will start with industries, maybe steel, aluminium, fertilizers. Wherever you find there is more contribution of carbon, how to reduce the carbon. So subsequently it also leads to reforestation issues, it also leads to agricultural issues, it also leads to furniture, it also leads to garments as to how you are going to manufacture them, use them. Is it eco-friendly or not eco-friendly? So sooner or later it is going to cover almost the entire atmosphere of international trade. And therefore this has to be understood quickly.
So as a company, what need to change?
First is the viewpoint, the thinking towards. And one interesting thing I would like to tell you, there are companies who have started appointing independent directors for sustainability.
Okay. And their role is
It is only to control, to monitor, to make sure that sustainability issues are taken care by the companies.
okay.
So slowly it will move. And then recycling, reuse, recycle. That
So
goes
that
on.
principle should be
Yes.
followed.
Waste management, plastic waste management, one big issue in India. This issue is everywhere in the world. How do you manage it? Renewable energy. How do you move from fossil fuel to? And for India, it is much more important because our imports of Chapter 27 petroleum products is more than $140 billion.
Yes. It's a major share actually.
So this is something everybody has to think about. First part is awareness. I should be aware of that. I should. Very simple. You go to the market. Do you carry a bag with you?
Yeah.
In good old days, every person used to carry a bag. I have never seen in my childhood anybody offering you vegetables in a plastic bag.
It's a cloth bag.
It's a
actually.
cloth bag.
Yes.
You are
From the
carrying.
home you are carrying.
All he will do is put it into your cloth bag, nothing else.
Nothing else. Yes.
Now for everything I have plastic.
It's like a convenience, but people are.
But then sooner or later we have to realize this. Because if we don't realize it is our life which is going to suffer.
Yes.
From that point of view, we should be seeing.
So, considering this, all the aspects about the awareness, how the world is changing actually, how the market is changing, so people need to understand the changes in the products also,
Yes.
what they are offering to the market.
Yes. Yes, very much. And there are people who are looking into it. There are companies in India also. They are thinking of moving completely from source of energy, shifting it to renewable energy 100%. But I will not use the normal thermal power which is generated using diesel, gas and coal. Instead, we will move towards solar energy in totality. Developments are taking place like that.
Yeah.
And electricity is something which we need every now and then. Those days are gone where it was possible to live without electricity. Now, whether it is industry, whether it is your work, whether it is your homework, whether it is household thing, whether it is your laptop, washing machine, whatever you call, everything requires energy. So one transition, major transition.
Actually.
And we have a plan of investing roughly like 35 lakh crore rupees in conversion into Government of India, total estimation by 2035 or so. This much we are looking for.
It's the biggest thing actually.
Energy, then how do you treat plastic, EPR, producers' responsibility, how to manage the environmental issues, how do you monitor things, how do you reduce use of cement,
Yeah.
n number of things, right from construction to your garments.
So
Everything is
everything
ultimately
is
connected
shaped
to environment.
The sustainability
Yes.
and all. Even the textile industry
Yes,
is
yes.
happening on that. The food industry is already
Yes.
actually in that. So the organic boom and all.
And then the new generation. Sometimes jokingly I say that you can forget tomato, don't forget Zomato. That's how it goes.
That's
So
true.
practically speaking, we have to reverse now.
Mm.
You may not remember Zomato, but you must remember tomato.
Tomato.
That's how it
And how it
needs to-
grows and how
it
it
grows and how one should look at it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So from that point of view, then India is one country where we are likely to be supplying. We are how do I say it? You're one of the resources for food.
Mm.
Because every country is not agriculture oriented. So that is another aspect where we would be supplier of food grains to rest of the world. If this is the case, we again need sustainability.
So do you think like that the change is actually, you can say, people are resistant to change the things?
No, we normally do not like to move out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And when things are far too easy, we don't bother about it. For example, when I put the button on and light comes, I'm not worried about anything else.
Yes.
If I open the tap and water comes, I'm not worried about what is happening to the water.
Mm.
But then take Maharashtra. Somewhere you have so much of excess water because
And
of
somewhere it
heavy
is-
rains, untimely rains,
Right.
that you are spoiling the whole crop. And somewhere you
No,
don't
yeah.
have any water to grow the crop. We need to monitor. We need to understand. It is out. No options.
So it is really challenging to the companies or to the businesses to change the things as per the sustainability point of view.
They will. In India, there is one more problem. Unless until something become compliant
Mm.
or forced onto us, we normally don't.
So until then we're not changing our minds also actually.
But then again, there are certain percentage of people who are definitely going to look into it, trying to work out. And see, I was looking at one of my students went to Guatemala. So he was reporting that work-life balance, even a country like Guatemala wants to maintain. And they say you're not supposed to work beyond this period because your work-life balance has to be
Yes.
maintained. Sooner or later it will happen here also.
So it will.
Yes. And it has to be. There is no other option. If we want to survive in a better way, we'll have to look at environment. There is absolutely no option. Industry also has to. Personally also we have to look into it.
In the every aspect. of
Every
it.
aspect.
We need
And
to
it is directly connected to trade because it is again subject to what is the availability of climate financing, what are the products which are called greenwashing and things like that, and what is eco-friendly labels, etc. So everywhere this is bound to happen.
And now actually thinking like the developed markets are actually adopting this type
Yes,
of practice.
yes.
And sooner or later the other countries will also adopt
Yes.
such kind of things.
Yes.
So that is must needed to the businesses
Yes.
that will change the
We need to
things.
create awareness. We need to talk about this. We need to tell them what is practically happening on the ground, what is likely to happen. Show them examples. That is how it will go.
Yes. And it is actually this aspect, if anyone really understand it correctly, those who really want to start the business, the future is for the sustainability.
Yes.
So you can start from now.
Yes.
with that.
Everybody understands that. It's not that we don't understand. Only thing we are not implementing it
Yeah.
at the speed at which it should have been implemented.
Actually.
So we should go. We should create awareness about it. That should be our moral response. Every single person's moral response.
Right.
That you create awareness, make sure that it works.
But it's also again there is so those who will change really they will go faster.
Yes.
Or those who will not and they will remain the same. So like the competition is you will be outdated from the race.
It's like moving from one smartphone to another smartphone.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
That's true. So there are a lot many things actually related to sustainability, environment aspects, and I really like the discussions. But yes, as a business, we need to think on that. We need to change also. We need to implement and execute also. Considering the future for self also, future for the society, for the country and the world. But it really impacts on the businesses. So business, what you are doing now, what you are thinking in the future also. And if you really want to grow in the market, especially in the international business, yes, definitely it is really important aspect to change from the processes, change from the product, and change from the market also. Nowadays European markets, USA, UK, Canada, all developed markets are moving towards the sustainability. All the products, even actually I have seen the handicraft products, even the textile products, the organic colors also they are demanding on the textile and all. So wooden made products, the jute bags and all the things. So this is just a small example, but yes, in the industry aspect also, even in the engineering aspects also, there is demand of the market. So sooner or later, like we discussed actually, the not about the developing countries or developed countries, but the all countries will like maintain and adopt that all the things. So it will now our chance to be in the race, to be in the competition, change accordingly for the growth of the business. On sustainability, it will sustain your business first, and then only you can grow in the market. So I'll apply all the things, the knowledge and all the things. Maybe like when we will watch this video after 2 years, you will realize what the discussion is actual about and what need to be changed actually at that time. So you will be in the first in the game actually. But yes, thank you so much, sir, for
Thank
all
you.
the knowledge, for all the time actually. And really, we need to implement that. So your words, we will surely taken in the serious way, and we will all implement that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for you all people, definitely don't only watch this video, but try to implement all the things. Action is the only thing actually that is constant, like the change is constant. So don't forget to take action. Don't forget for the sustainability, eco-friendliness, for the growth and the sustainability of your business. So start it.